That's why they call it trampoline. Trampoline. Back on Monday, Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Wilson. On the screen, Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Wilson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
14. 14. Tempo. 12.
On third down, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Powers through it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A first down throw for Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. An update now from Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's go get it right here. Come on.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Wilson on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Now it's Wilson. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Spread left, spread left. Boot the team. Gotta go. Check the ball. 14. 12.
Now Wilson looking to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. Bernard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on second down. Buying time to his left. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, 14.
To throw on second down, Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jurrell Casey in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
We got three, fellas. Check 50, check 50.
Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A strong running. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mariota on 1st down. Smith catches left side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Mariota now. He's got his man on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. First down, Mariota. Finds a seam inside the 40. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. Try to punch it in with Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Henry. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Cat and Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 17-3. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
To throw is Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
18. 14, Friday.
On first down, Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Jurrell Casey. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
14. Gun. There.
To throw is Wilson. Caught right side, Davis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Let's go get another. Come on. 4 down. Check. Right. Move 15. Shotgun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
18. Run it. 14. 14. Right there in the middle. 55.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
4 down. There. 14. 14. You don't want nothing.
Here's Wilson on third down. Looking long for Westbrook. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
There. 19.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
18. Everyone's got 4 down. 35's the mic. Gun. You can't block me. You can't block me. 19. Slam. Bang out. Bam. 35, Mike, 32.
Wilson looking to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Fighting his way through contact. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
3.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And Davis with it left side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Let's go, 14.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps up, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jayon Brown in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Tempo, tempo. 12. 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Tempo.
Mike 35.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jayon Brown in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Double tight. 4 down.
Again, it's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Check. Lucky.
Mariota hands to Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
He's going to get it running right. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will extend this big lead. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
35 to Mike.
19. 18.
Mike 35. Mike 35.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
14.
4 down. Alert.
14.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Everyone's got 4.
18.
Mike 35. Mike 35. Check pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
Tight to the right. Move.
Tight. Green 80.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
4 down. Even.
14.
35 to Mike.
Tempo.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Flushed out right. Uncorks one for Davis. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Cut. Green 80. Gun.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He'll buy some time right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Scott. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
They pitch it out to Cook. Space to run past the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 31 yards there and a first down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
He'll get it up the middle. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
18. Cut. Green 80.
Check 59.
Spread left.
Now Wilson on second down, escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now it's the backup, Hackenberg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Out of his end zone, Mariota. He's going to let it go again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Finding room inside the 40. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Derrick Henry all alone. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead will swell by one more. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Mariota gives to Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing is Mariota. Dancing to his left. Smith catches left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They are, by the way, into the 4th quarter now in Oakland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dropped below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gold.